Newcastle, for me, Champions League football, I want them to leave. You just won a trophy there. And they're a young team as well. They're up and coming. I think they're a threat, to be honest. I think they're a real big problem next season if they get Champions League football. If they don't...
But how are Newcastle able to catch up to us? We've had 5 years, 750 million spent. How much have they spent? About 400 M's? Yeah? Is Eddie Howe the best looking Englishman we know? And he's catching up to Arteta, yeah? Is that what you're telling me? He's catching up to Arteta, but we're supposed to believe in this project and this process and this club. We're the next ones up, but Newcastle already catching us up. With the fact that they can't spend all the millions that they've got from their Saudi owners, they're still able to catch us up, even though they're limited in their spending. Cool. Then get Arteta out, get the Conkeys out, get all of these out. Don't ever tell me you feel that puta. Don't ever tell us that we have to trust this process or get behind this club or get behind this rubbish, yeah? Because Eddie Howe and the project at Newcastle, your words, is more attractive than what we've got at Arsenal. With more money and more time spent. No problem.
Nobody signs as many players that can play a part as well. But even if they don't get Champions League football, I don't think Arsenal spend that level of money on Isak because I think we've got too many holes. I think we have to obviously send a forward, left wing as well. Maybe sign a Williams as a profile. I think, yeah, Isak for me, it's not happening. And that's why...
Okay! So we got too many holes again. Oh, okay, the forward. Okay, Havertz that you told us. That you feel that put the wanted to tell us here that Havertz, he does more than score goals. Now you need a goal scorer. Oh, well done. Jesus, that's been injury prone. That's never scored more than 14 goals in a league campaign. That you guys were gassing up saying Mikel Arteta, he brings more to the team. Look at the heat map. Look at the link-up play. If you don't understand what Havertz is doing, you don't understand football. Both strikers you man gassed up that this manager brought to the team. Now you're saying we've got holes in the team. Now we need a clinical striker. Okay, cool. So all that porcaria that you told us about the strikers, what'd you make of that then? So you're talking rubbish. Left wing, we got Martinelli. You man said he's one of the best left wingers in the league. What's going on now? What's going on now? You don't fancy him no more? Well, I thought he was the next one up alongside Saka. They're all going to turn world class together. Hold that. Yeah, because the truth will reveal itself. Yeah, that's one thing I love about the internet, bro. I got their clips. Feel that puta. NorthsideLDN, aka X-Files. Yeah, we got their clips. You man, gas up this process, gas up this project. Tell us to back it. Tell us this, all this rubbish. Yeah, now you're saying something else. Cool, hold that. Hold that. Yeah, I'm saying, hold that. After telling us that we have to back this rubbish, now you're telling Newcastle's more attractive. We've got too many holes to go and spend 150 on Isak. And Newcastle's a more attractive proposition. That's why Isak's going to stay. Okay, cool, no problem. No problem. Wow. Listen to this walk.
I think, yeah, Isak for me, it's not happening. And that's why I'm more focused on Sesko. I think that's a more attainable target. He's got a release clause. And he's the next explosion player in my eyes, where Isak's already exploded and he's become a world-class striker. It's annoying because I want to sign the player now.
Isak's already exploded, you know. This is, bro, a man didn't even say pause, you know, but continue. Continue.
But apart from Isak, there's not many strikers out there that I think are already Premier League proven as well. You have to take risks then. If you're Gyökeres, out of Sporting Lisbon, even Sesko's, give that to me, I'd go for Watkins. I'd go for someone like Watkins, ready-made, now, scores the goals and wins the title next year.
Okay, go for Watkins. Okay, cool.
Start a bit slower in terms of how he dribbles past players, even though he's more effective at times. Odegaard can do that little flick, and you go, oh, that's nice. And so he's automatically, his game gets raised. I think he did it last year where he dropped Kovacic a few times and shit like that. That helps out quite a lot. Whereas with Saka now, having seen how we struggled without him, now fans are going, okay, hang on a minute. This is the guy that when he's not playing, we will see the biggest impact. Because without Odegaard, yeah, we were still second, but we were still scoring more goals, getting more over the line. And then Odegaard came back and there's few games we scored, I think 5 against Sporting, 6 against West Ham. Apart from that, you can think we can now certifiably say that Bukayo Saka is Arsenal's best attacker, in my eyes at least.
Okay, so Odegaard's replaceable. Cool, no problem. Let's get rid of him then. Because there's VIDS that is available. Alex Baena is available. Do you know what I'm saying? I would take Vitinha. You know what I'm saying? I like Vitinha. I take Vitinha. We can go get other players, bro. Eze cooking the other day. You know what I'm saying? Eze scoring his goal the other day for Crystal Palace. Do you know what I'm saying? Bad boy goal. Let's go get Eze, because man already admitting that Odegaard ain't all that. Even when Odegaard wasn't available, we were still scoring goals. Cool. Don't ever in your life ever tell me that Odegaard is world class. Do not tell me he gets into starting 11s with world class teams. Do never tell me that he's undroppable, and don't tell me that he turns up every game. Cool, no problem. I'm loving this, bro, because this is revealing the porcaria from this fan base here. How it takes them too long, but then they start saying what we're saying. The reality is the reality, bro. These man overprotect Odegaard, overprotect all these players, bro. Moreno, Calafiori, all these bums. They were protecting Zinchenko, Jesus. Now they're done with them. Cool, no worries. Back your manager, back your team, back your squad, back your project, innit? Because you gas it when the going is good, when we're telling you it ain't good enough. Oh, just be happy we won a game. Be happy we're top of the league. Be happy we're second in the league. We're competing. Okay, now the truth's coming out. Cool, let the truth continue to come out. No problem. No problem.
If a stupid offer comes in for Gabriel, there you go. What would you say? Like, say, no, not this summer, but maybe in 2-3 years' time, you get £80 million as an example.
You're saying 100 million this summer, bro. I think
Yeah,
Arsenal would sell him for that if he's on it.
I think Arsenal could. And it sounds
I think it's too good to turn down for the club. I wouldn't do it, but I think they would.
Because the thing is, a centre-back game right now, there's a lot of players you still could sign. They're not Gabriel. They don't have the experience. They don't have the Arsenal, experience as well. But there are centre-backs out there. It's a market. There's a lot of high-quality players. You got obviously a Bournemouth. You got Huijsen as another good example. He's not Gabriel quality players. You got obviously a Bournemouth. You got Huijsen as another good example. He's not Gabriel yet, but the potential's certainly there as well. But I think the most likely to go to Real Madrid, just out of pure honesty, is William Saliba.
And they're still on.
I believe even if we win a title next season and a Champions League, he might stay a year or two. He will have one more contract cycle.
But it's inevitable.
Once that comes to an end, I think he goes to Real Madrid. Just gut feeling. I think
It's inevitable.
When he came through at Arsenal initially, he just looked like
one contract cycle based on what? What have we got to offer him apart from money that he can find elsewhere? You think Real Madrid won't match the wages? Plus giving him Champions Leagues, league titles, Copa del Rey's. Why we don't have the only thing we have to sell these players is money. And guess what? When they show the quality that they can play for an elite club, they're gonna get that regardless. Why would he want to stay for another year? Why would he want to stay for another year? He's come out himself and said, "Oh, do you know what? Do you know what?" He said he was asked in an interview, "Are you one of the top centre backs in world football?" Saliba's own words: "I can't be the top centre back in world football because I've not won nothing." So that's the mentality from his own words. And we think we're going to keep him. Keep him based on what? Why is he going to stay at Arsenal? Based on what?
a Real Madrid player. That's just how it is. And I've seen Cristiano Ronaldo win Ballon d'Ors at Man United, Champions Leagues, Premier Leagues, go to Madrid.
The Liverpool players won everything. Well, yeah. Trent,
he's their home boy. He's their star boy. He's come through that city, right? And he's gone, I'm still going Madrid. So Saliba might be an Arsenal fan. He might love the club. He might love London as well. But Madrid come calling, and you got the chance to play with Mbappe, and you've won everything at Arsenal, hopefully, then I think it's a good chance. But I think in terms of what I'd see it as, I don't hope he leaves on a free. I think he signs another contract, and I think he could become the first ever £100 million defender.
Really? So why has he not signed the contract now already? Why is he not up for signing the contract already? Why is he staying at Arsenal? It doesn't make sense, bro. It doesn't make sense to me. Why is he already?
We're gonna go for a Sesko and a Williams, because the reason why we can't sign Isak is because we need two players, not one. And I'd rather have a wide
need to make the budget
than just a striker. And it's a debate Arsenal fans will have, because Isak's the ready-made player. But I still feel like next year, if we sign Isak, what's the point of having him if you're not creating as many chances on the left hand?
What's the point of having Isak if we're not going to create as many chances? But I thought that Odegaard is the creative spark. I thought Moreno's a top player. I thought Jorginho brings the winning mentality. That's what I thought. This is what you man been telling me. You man been telling me that Odegaard's the creative spark. He's integral to what we do. He's one of our best players. He's undroppable. But now, what's the point bringing Isak if we don't make the creativity? Well, who's that down to? Because it sounds like to me, the recruitment and the transfer window hasn't been 10-10. Odegaard isn't as great as you man gas him up. And the bench and the midfield isn't as great as you man gas him up as well. I thought Declan Rice is a creative player. I've heard Arsenal fans try to tell me that Declan Rice, is a great dribbler of the ball and he creates loads of opportunities. So if by their standards, Rice is a creative player, Odegaard is the creative spark, why are we not creating chances? What happened to Martinelli being one of the best left wingers in the Premier League? Can he not create? Can he not do anything? Because it's all great gassing up these players, but now reality's hitting it. Reality has finally hit these men that they're not as great as they gassed them up, innit? But along the way, way, do you know the people that get abused? The people that tell the truth, the people that don't clickbait. Unlike this pork belly babs, the people that don't clickbait, the people that tell the truth, the people that call out this club, even when we pick up 3 points and we say that the results ain't sustainable, the way we're playing isn't good enough. The bench, we don't have rotation for the number 10. Ethan is someone learning his trade. You can't rely on him week in, week out. When we told you Havertz won't work in the number 10, Moreno won't work in the number 10, Rice is not creative enough. Why is Partey leaving on a free when we don't have any other midfielder that can defend and can transition and spark a counter-attack the same way as Thomas Partey and has his passing range? You man don't want to listen when we pick up 3 points. I got aguenta, filo da puta. Aguenta. You know what my mum used to say when she used to tell me, don't climb up that wall, and I climbed up that wall and I fell down? Aguenta. Aguenta. You man told me Calafiori is going to create all these opportunities. He's going to link up and do all this crap and inverted and all this rubbish. Why is he not creating? How do you go from gassing this team up to be we're the second greatest team in the league, and now all of a sudden, oh, it's not just about Isak. We've got holes in the team, and what's the point bringing Isak if we've got no creativity? When you man were crying for a big portion of the season because Odegaard was out injured, because we needed our creative spark. Well, the creative spark is back. So can the creative spark not create for Isak? This man chat rubbish, man. These man chat rubbish. I thought Havertz, the best thing about Havertz wasn't the goal scoring. It's about the way he links up play and creates opportunities for the wingers and stuff like that. What can you not play Havertz? I thought you man told us he's a 10/9, false 9. What happened to all of that? These men are the biggest flip-flopping wafflers that made that. And this is why I can't stand them, because they're barefaced liars, bro. They are the portion of the fan base that at the end of every season, they're the one flip-flopping on their opinion. I never flip-flop on my opinion. I keep consistent. I keep consistent. Do you know what I'm saying? How come these men ain't keeping consistent? How come these men ain't keeping consistent, huh? Why is this snooky from flipping Jersey Shore looking pot belly, Elton John, double belly, talking rubbish? Why is he not sticking to his facts, sticking to, oh, the team is fixed? Huh? Why is he not saying that, bro? Why is this do-rag Rick Ross not sticking to the crap he's been selling us all season about the bench is fixed, it's incredible, we've got versatility? Why? Why all of a sudden now, oh, Isak doesn't solve the problem anymore? That's not what you've been saying all season. That's not the book idea you've been saying all season. These man, bro. But you know what? The people that call it out, we're the negative ones. No worries. Let's continue.
Inside.
All over the pitch.
Functional attack. I've seen teams win a title with Darwin Núñez as a shit. If we can pull it back and actually go and do what we were meant to do this year, I think a lot of narrative around this will be, okay, the injuries make sense now. But if we don't, there'll be a quality issue. They'll go, hang on a minute. Maybe it's not the injuries, it's the quality as well. And I think it is a bit of both. With this season against Everton, December times, we had Saka and Odegaard available. We still couldn't break them down. Also, now it's about the quality and getting players in. But you're the same person that makes every article and every clickbait title about how amazing Sterling is, how amazing Calafiori is, how amazing Moreno is. But now it's a quality problem. It wasn't a quality problem in January. It wasn't a quality problem in the summer, because you gas up every single player we're either linked to or every player that we get over the line. Now it's a quality thing. You better sounding very toxic and negative right now. Very toxic and negative. But continue. Now it's a quality problem. Let's continue. So then what's the issue?
Low blocks is still a kryptonite for us.
What's the issue there? Exactly. The issue is that maybe system and tactics as well, but certain profiles we lack. Ball carriers in the final third. Apart from Ethan breaking through, Miles breaking through, which player can you expect to pick the ball up and beat his man consistently?
Well, quite predictable. And
okay, apart from Lewis Skelly and Ethan, which player can we look to that can beat their man and dribble with the ball? I don't know. Maybe the Calafiori that you gassed up. Maybe what about Moreno that you gassed up to unlock Martinelli? What about Odegaard, the creative spark, the captain that you lot love so much? What about him? What about, can he not do the job? Because you man gas him. What are you telling me? Martinelli can't dribble no more? Okay, continue.